my name is Queen Acacia. Thank you for coming back to my show. I can't talk. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're just coming back, as I just said, thank you for coming back. Please don't be a mass murderer. That is like my one thing I tell everybody, like, I will support you. Just don't go on a mass murdering spree. Please. Hi everybody, welcome back to my show. My name is Queen Acacia. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you keep coming back, thank you for keep coming back because, you know, it's just awesome. You're a king, you're a queen, you're part of the royal court, you are amazing, you deserve to be happy, and I'm proud of you no matter who you are or what you are. You're amazing.
Wait, hold up.
And you should never give up on your daydream. Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. I just had a super long week, guys, so I just want to apologize. Anyways, so last week we reintroduced my domestic violence sexual assault spiel series that I wanted to do, and it's really just touching base on things that I've gone through. You know, I've made it very clear from the beginning, this is not just a beauty channel. This is everything to do with beauty. And so you might ask, what does domestic violence and sexual assault have to do with beauty? I'm so glad you asked. Actually, that is a big reason. One of the top 3 reasons I started my YouTube channel was to share with people that have gone, you know, people who have gone through domestic violence, sexual assault. We have been torn down. We have been ripped down. We have been made to feel inferior and just not beautiful. So anyways, I know last time we talked, it really got deeper than I expected as far as domestic violence and sexual assault and things that I have gone through, people that I've helped. And again, like I said, I had started a series about 2 years ago, and then actually I had just gotten out of a relationship. I wasn't a good time for me to be starting this series. Last week, you know, I kind of gave you guys a little brief behind the scenes, like what I went through, things I had done when I was younger, and all of that. And it was a lot for you guys to probably take in too. We were ripped down. It's not uncommon for our partners to tell us like we can't wear makeup or we shouldn't wear makeup. And, you know, it's easier said than done. It's actually really, you know, they'll word it to where it makes us feel better, but it makes us feel worse at the same time. Like, you don't need makeup. You look good without makeup. Stop wearing makeup. You don't need it. When really it's them trying to control us and keep us from feeling beautiful, feeling empowered. And it's a tactical tool that is used more often than not on victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. So with that being said, that was a huge reason that I got into doing YouTube and doing my makeup videos, is because makeup is empowering. You know, at one point in time, makeup was banned because it was deemed magic. Red lips were banned because they were deemed magical, because they could seduce the man. And looking back, it's just super funny. But this was a real thing. And so now our culture, our lifestyle is very much revolves around makeup and expressing yourself in all these different ways, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to express yourself wearing makeup, you should be able to. And I really feel that it is such a huge empowering tool to use to make yourself feel beautiful again. You know, people sit there and go, oh, you should feel pretty on the inside before, you know, don't worry about that. If you feel pretty on the inside, you'll feel pretty on the outside. And that's not always the case. I know that I have an amazing, beautiful soul, but it's tainted. It's dark. I've gone through so much that sometimes me just putting on a little bit of makeup makes me feel better. Do I need makeup? No. But I like doing it. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, do you need to style your hair? No, but you like styling it because it makes you feel better. Makeup is the same way. We apply it on to give us this little extra sheen and boost. And, you know, people always say, oh, well, you just wear makeup for the attention. No, I don't. That's like you telling me that I'm wearing lingerie under my clothes because I'm expecting to get laid. No, I'm not. I wear lingerie under my clothes and I wear matching bra and panties because it makes me feel good. And that's just who I am. Do you know about it? No. Yes, you can see my makeup. Yes, my makeup is right there in front of you, but I'm not doing it for your attention. I'm not doing any of that. For me, it's, I love going out. I love meeting new people, but it can be really overbearing when a lot of people are constantly coming up to me going, you're so pretty, you're so pretty, you're so pretty, both men and women. And I do prefer women to come up to me and tell me I'm prettier than the men, but it always happens. So using makeup is an empowering tool that should not be discouraged. Men, if you're out there watching this and your woman wants to wear makeup, yeah, you can say, honey, I love you no matter what. Not, I know it sounds so sweet, you know, you think in your head, honey, you look beautiful without makeup on. Why do you wear it? That rips them down because they don't know how to express to you. They want to wear it. Like, that's what it is. Obviously, they don't need it, but they want to wear it because it makes them feel better. So when you're with someone and they wear makeup and you don't feel they need it, go, you know what, honey, if makeup makes you happy, fine. I love you either way. I love you with no makeup on, but if makeup is what makes you happy, then, you know, that's what it is, you know, and if you can't deal with that, then you shouldn't be with that person. So never, you know, you should never discourage someone from wearing makeup. Now, if they ask your opinion, like, is this too much? Is this too little? You know, you should be honest with them and give them the right point of guide. I mean, don't let them go out looking like a fool and then, yeah, no, that's not nice. That's not nice at all. So anyways, yeah, and there's so much out there. You know, really young girls should be wearing makeup right now. But again, it's a tool. I think, you know, they need to wait till a little bit older. That's my personal opinion. But I'm not gonna turn anybody down or be rude to them if they're wearing makeup at a young age. I think that they should be wearing a very subtle look. Too much makeup too young just can lead to other problems. Like I said, there's just so much out there with using makeup. Like, this is one of the big reasons that I decided to come back to doing YouTube, is I wanted to start sharing with people again. I really wanted to start encouraging people again. And I also wanted to show ways of putting on your makeup that are easy. Another thing that we're going to be doing here soon too is I've been talking with some people, and we're going to probably be making a video about domestic violence and sexual assault. It is going to be very explicit. Be ready for that, guys. It's going to be raw, it's going to be real, and it's going to make you very uncomfortable. And that is the whole purpose of it, because it's not a comfortable subject. And I'm really sick and tired of seeing people turn their heads at the subject because it's taboo to them, it's uncomfortable to them. This is a real thing. This is a real issue, and I'm tired of people dismissing it or not wanting to talk about it because it feels uncomfortable. Well, guess what? We're about to get really uncomfortable here in the next couple weeks. And it's probably going to have to be, I don't know, it's an educational video. So I'm hoping that YouTube won't make it 18 over, but they might, because it is going to be very explicit. And it's, like I said, it's going to be raw, it's going to be real. And, you know, if you throw up, I did a good job. Let's put it that way. If it makes you sick to your stomach, if it makes you angry, then I did a good job. And that is the exact point that I'm going to be going for in this mini movie that I'm making. It is supposed to make you angry. It's supposed to make you sick. It's supposed to make your skin crawl. And guess what? The video itself isn't real, but the scenarios, the things that happen, those are real. So I really want to bring awareness to that in a whole new light that I think is very pertinent, very important. And we're in the process of doing that. So it's going to be interesting. But anyways, so like I said, I'm still kind of getting things together. I really just wanted to jump back on here and talk to you guys for a minute about the domestic violence. But it's really important that we start talking about this and start discussing it more. And I really feel that, again, it's just a taboo subject that needs to be discussed. You know, suicide prevention is another big thing. I mean, if you talk to your friends, your family about suicide, not that you want to commit it, but you open up that door and let it be a somewhat comfortable subject, then it's easier. What I mean by comfortable is being able to talk to, as parents who, if any parents are watching this, or siblings, if you talk to somebody and say, hey, so how do you feel about suicide? You know, like, I'm just curious, just want to talk about it. Being able to talk about something like that makes it easier for a friend or a family member, if they're ever thinking about committing suicide, to come to you and go, hey, remember when we were kind of talking about that suicide thing? Well, we talked once about before, and I really need your help now. I really need you. I'm suicidal. That happens when that door is open. If that door is not open, people are quick to think of what the other person is going to be judging them on. They're not going to understand. They're going to make it worse, and they're just going to be alone and inbox themselves in this horrible place in their head, and then eventually end up over the edge. Pray to God they don't, but it happens more often than not. So talking about these subjects, domestic violence, sexual assault, which is rape, and being sexually abused, being physically abused, being beaten, being financially abused, being mentally abused. These are all things that when you ask somebody how their day is, they go, oh, it's fine. Oh, it was rough. There's stuff going on. Another big issue is don't point the finger at the victim. Go, well, what did you do to deserve it? Nobody deserves to be hurt. Nobody deserves to be beaten in that sense. Yes, there's people out there that do wrong things, and the justice system will take care of them. But are you going to sit here and tell me that a child deserves to be raped by a pedophile? Are you going to sit here and tell me that a woman deserves to be raped by another man? Are you going to sit here and tell me that anybody deserves to be robbed? No. Those are things that are not okay. And we, as a community, as people, need to stand up. We need to share our voice, and we need to say, this needs to stop. As an advocate, one of the biggest running jokes we have at our meetings is we're always trying to put ourselves out of a job. But the reality is we will never be out of a job because abuse will never end. We will never end up in a world with world peace. And now here's a counterflip to that. If there wasn't issues in this world, I don't know if you believe in a higher power. I do. I believe in God. I believe in a lot of things, actually. But we're not going to get into that right now. But if there wasn't pain and suffering in this world, where would humility come from? Where would you learn to be humble? Where would you learn to sacrifice? You know, sometimes some crazy catastrophic event happens that's so heart-wrenching and so evil. And what do we do as a community? We pull together. We become stronger and united. And we're not even going to get into the stuff that's going on throughout the U.S. right now, this country, because that is another rant for another video. There is some serious BS going on right now, and it is what it is. But it's racism still going on, and this whole bit. And I actually have somebody I'm going to bring onto my channel. We're going to talk about that because they used to be white pride, and I'm Hispanic, so I was like, wait a second here, you know, and I don't understand the concept of race, like, to be divided. Well, I'm Hispanic and you're this, so we're not cool. Like, I've never understood that mentality, and I've understood being bonded together as a community. I know that it takes a village to raise a family, those sorts of things, but I don't understand why anybody has to be segregated by their color. Like, you can't be a part of our group because you're not this or you are this. Like, it's stupid. I don't understand it. And I try very hard not to use the word stupid or hate, but it's coming out right now. And I despise the way that things are going right now. Nobody should make anybody feel inferior. And what that boils to, from my understanding, my mindset, and my lifelong, the things that I've learned is they're insecure about something and they're trying to project themselves into this huger, and then this more, they're trying to make themselves into something else because they're insecure on the inside, and they're trying to make themselves feel more empowered. And it doesn't quite, I mean, I get it, but dude, really, why? Is it that bad? Are you that insecure to where you have to step out, I got this, you have to step out into the public and start this stupid protest with racism and all this other stuff? Nah, I gotta stop. It's a thing. I get really passionate, and I can sit down and have like a good political debate with somebody and I'll be fine. I get a little bit more overzealous when I'm just talking to myself because there's nobody else technically here. Like, I'm just rambling to a camera. So this is actually, for me, it's a really good venting situation because I can yell and say things to my camera that I wouldn't normally say to someone else, and then I can just edit those out and be like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. But I mean, I have such a big heart, and I'm so caring, and I love people in all their forms, and I just want to touch their heart and be like, it's okay. You don't have to be this way. My nose, my last video, I actually did so good I didn't have to edit it. However, I do want to apologize at the very end. It messed up and just I don't know why I did that, and didn't have time to take it down and edit it. I just leave my mess ups up there so I can eventually come back and laugh at them and be like, that was bad, but it was so good. Anyways, so, again, we have a voice and we can use it responsibly. We can use it responsibly, and we can make a change. I cannot talk today. We might not be able to bring world peace and everything, but we can definitely change the way things are done. And we are stronger when we stand together. And we don't need to yell and scream and point fingers. We need to understand. And, you know, it was about 1.5 years ago, I went through something. I was at an event, and it was actually with the FGC, which I had talked about last time in my video. And a gal I had met there, beautiful, beautiful woman. Oh my gosh, gorgeous woman. Her tribe, her grandfather was the tribe leader. And some people came from Canada and came down to their tribe and said, look, this is what you're doing, and this is why it's an issue. Because of this. Like, they explained it to them because it's a cultural thing and not a religious thing. And her grandfather, the tribe chief, looked at his wife and said, is this true? Does this hurt you? Is this an issue? Like, he didn't know because it's been in their cultures for so long. And his wife said, yes, they're right. That is exactly what happens, and all the other stuff. And the chief just said, I had no idea. We're no longer doing this. This is done. And I was like, wow. And then that set me back and made me think of like Black Hawk Down and stuff like that. So when wars start and we go over there and we're trying to tell them, hey, what you're doing is wrong, you need to do it our way. But we're not giving them any explanation. We're not giving them any reason. And I know when it comes to war, I'm not against war. I was a military brat. I support my troops and what we do. I just don't always accept how we do it. So I just want to make that very clear. But when we go over and tell somebody something, we're just telling them they're wrong, and they're doing it wrong because we don't do it that way. And then we don't give them an explanation. We don't try to make them understand. We don't try and be on each other's level. We just say, you're wrong, I'm right, stop. And it's like, who are you? Okay, and this part I think you'll really understand. Who are you to come in my house and tell me how to live? I don't know you. You don't owe me anything. I don't owe you anything. Why are you coming into my house and telling me the way I'm living is wrong when this is something that my family has done for X amount of years? And then that is where heads start butting. That is where the issues start. So, and domestic violence is kind of the same way. If you have a woman who grew up in a home with abuse and then married a man with abuse, she doesn't understand. She's like, but to me, this is normal. I didn't make dinner, I burnt dinner, so I deserve to get hit because my mom, that's what happened to my mom. She got hit when she didn't, like, it can be a cycle. That's not always the case. Sometimes you have a woman who, or a man who never went through abuse and ended up in an abusive relationship. There's different scenarios for everything, but a lot of the times when you're going in and you're trying to help somebody, they don't always understand or see it as wrong. And another thing that you need to understand too is with domestic violence, it's not that easy just to up and leave. You can't just pack your stuff and go. And in the next couple of videos, I'll get into that and show statistics and everything as to why that is a real thing. And it's not just, oh, you're being abused. You're not even helping yourself, so I'm not going to help you. It's not like that. It's so much further than that. And I guarantee you, she's tried to leave. He's tried to leave. And they haven't been successful. The victim has tried to leave, and they haven't been successful. So, and yes, there are male victims. They're just less likely to come forward. And there are obviously lots of female victims. And there's so many variables as to why the victim has not or cannot leave. And those stem around a lot of different things. So, again, that'll be in our next video. Next couple of videos. And I'll let you guys know and explain that to you more so you understand. For that video, I know for a fact that I have full-blown documents that I've written out with links to the research sites, other sites like similar to that, statistics, analytics, all of that, from everything from the CDC. And yes, the CDC does have stuff on women and men who have been victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. I was actually surprised about that. I'm like, I thought CDC was like for other stuff. And yeah, no, there's actually a lot of stuff out there on a lot of different sites that are actually there's actually a lot. Like, another thing that we're going to learn about is femicide, which is very interesting, and I learned about when I started doing writing up these reports to do these videos. I need to update some of my information because it's almost 2 years old, so I just need to go back and fact check and see what the percentage is. I know 6 years ago, 86% of women who tried to leave an abuser ended up dead. 2 years ago, I think it dropped down to 67% of women who try to leave an abuser will end up dead within the first year. I'm hoping that number has dropped more. It dropped a lot between 2010 and then 12, and then 2012 to 15. The numbers keep dropping. So, but I am not just a makeup guru. I mean, another reason that I started like really perfecting my makeup was for my photo shoots and making sure that, you know, I could do those and have my makeup ready, because I couldn't rely on people to be there when I needed them to be there. We'd set up a shoot and then they wouldn't be there, and it's like, okay, well, I don't have the right look to not be wearing makeup. This look is, you know, a high glam look. I need makeup on. So I really had to just learn the tricks and perfect it. Plus, you know, I really do like doing makeup. I like doing my makeup. I like playing with different ideas. I'm really looking forward to October. I'm probably going to start recording now, but I'd like to do a different Halloween look every day in October. So I'm actually in the process of recording that now, because I will not be able to do that every day in October. So another thing is, guys, I just got signed to a new label. Super excited. So much more news to come about that, but I will be traveling a lot in October, so I will not be able to do that. So I have to start doing it now, and I will not be able to wear that kind of makeup on my events when I'm out meeting people. So it'll be so bad. But be so great at the same time. So I will have those. I'm getting those started now. If you guys have any Halloween recommendations for that, please put it in the comments below. That is my rant for right now. I have to go and finish editing this stuff so I can get it up today on Monday. Oh my gosh! Because I actually recorded the day of, and you shouldn't do that. As a YouTuber, you should never record the day of. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Record at least a day to 2 days beforehand. Don't record the day of, unless you're like an absolute pro. Don't do it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. My name is Acacia, aka Queen Acacia, which is not self-given, and I appreciate it. And throughout these videos, you'll understand why I have the nickname Queen. You are a king, you're a queen, you're part of the royal court. I welcome you. You're amazing. Never give up on your daydream. I support you. I believe in you. Please just don't go on a mad murdering spree. That's all I ask. Okay. I'm a little out of it today, so if I look a little tired, it's because I am. I've had a really long week. Okay, guys, welcome back to my show. My name is Acacia. My social media handle, and my hair is a mess. My hair is just blah today. I'm just blah today. This makeup look today for my fellow makeup enthusiasts is inspired by the solar eclipse that just happened today. So that's what inspired this look. I'm so spacey today. I need some orange juice. Did I mention earlier that this look is for the solar eclipse that happened today? I'm really out of it today, guys. Like I said, I just had a long week. And it's about to get crazy. Anyways, I'm working on that video too, and that's gonna be... Anyways, I hope that you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope it is amazing. I love you. I believe in you. And, yeah, there was a lot of stuff rolled into this video. I was really ADHD right now, like this, boom. Oh, squirrel, sparkle, squirrel, sparkle, squirrel. Orange, banana.